driving, tired, and ready to get the fuck out of the state that I live in and the country that I live in. Thank you. Right now, if you guys are like,
why does it look different?
I'm sure nobody actually thinks that, but I'm using the Digi Osmo Pocket 3. One thing that I really do like about this camera is that I have so many attachments for it and it just makes vlogging very easy. But right now I'm gonna take off my makeup. Tonight is the Oscars, so I'm gonna watch that and do like a nice little wine and dine night. Ooh! Do you guys like this camera? I've been wanting to just do more like chill, fun vlogs in between my, you know, more cinematic filmmaking videos. Sometimes I don't want to have like the highest quality, best color graded, best sounding videos. Sometimes I just want to have fun with my vlogs. This is a very wide angle camera. I'm excited to film with this because I like my GoPro, don't get me wrong, but there's just like a very big difference in the quality of the GoPro in this camera. But I'm keeping my GoPro. I love having 1,000,001 different cameras. I love collecting them. My favorite type of gifts are cameras, just because like I'm a camera freak. I love them. I love lenses. I love anything that can make a film, make a video. Ooh. Okay. Let's start this self-care night. Thank you. I'm wearing like a cute gown and everything. Oh, I got me a nice little thing of wine. I even got creme brulee. I got a pizza that's calling my name. Today is going to be a hardcore wine and dine night. About 10 minutes, and yes, this is manifestation. I will be getting this very soon, thank you. But we have 10 minutes until the Oscars start. But as someone who's a filmmaker and aspires to be a bigger filmmaker, yeah, obvi, I'm gonna watch it and see all the greats and all the people who will be in my movies within the next couple of years. So let's finish this hair so we can start watching the Oscars and start our wine and dine night. Thank you.
That was a no.
My hair. Lord. I don't know if I'm feeling this. It's a little cold outside, but I feel like maybe the turtleneck is a lot. Okay, let's switch. And guess what just broke in my car? My air conditioning. So we love that for us. Ugh. I have to take you guys with me. By myself in the quiet, I don't know, I'm starting to question a lot of things. Reading the first week of Artist Way, it made me realize that my inability to post consistently take pictures, and almost fully give up on my artistic self had mostly to do with the fact that I just didn't think I was good enough to be a creative or an artist. I think for me, it's always been easier for me to be the smart person because those things came easy for me, and they weren't very good representations of who I am as a human being. And I think my art is a better representation of who I am deep down to my core, and I don't think I have the right to be bad at that, because in a way, is that saying that to my core I'm bad? I'm not necessarily a good person. I think it's extremely important for me to focus on myself right now. This feeling of isolation has been opening so many doors for me, mentally, spiritually, and even in my everyday life, and I think it's changed my perspective on a lot of things. So many things in my life have changed since the last time I've been here, and I think that's why I wanted to come back for my artist date, because I knew the person who came here last time is no longer here with us, and I'm a completely different version of myself, and I should be proud of that, because I think I'm moving closer to who I'm meant to be. It's so weird because last time I did this, I never truly paid attention to the contents of the book, and more specifically the activities that are within it, and I think maybe that's why I didn't change. Even within the first week, the amount of changes that I've made have been insane. I'm excited to keep going. When I started this year, I was at a pretty low point. I, for the first time in my life, had no idea where my life was going. Everything I put the last decade of my life into disappeared seemingly overnight. My creative career, my relationship, and just how I saw the world. The world around me shattered, but I picked up the pieces. I think I'm starting to figure it out now. Maybe these moments of my life, these life-altering moments, are preparing me for something bigger and greater. It's kind of like these bonsai trees. All of us grow in different ways, in different patterns, and at different lengths. None of our journeys are the same, but that doesn't mean our journey is wrong. And yeah, along the way, we may forget to take off the wire holding us back. And sometimes we don't even notice it's holding us back until the scars start to show. But with every scar and every moment, we grow closer to who we need to be. A beautiful bonsai tree. You see it moving? Well, it's just doing your ceiling. I don't know why.
Yeah, I see it.
Oh, now it's on. That's all. And while I'm getting ready, I kind of wanted to go into my morning pages a little bit and how much they've been changing my life. I noticed that when a lot of people do the artist way, even my first time half-assing my way through it, I did not do morning pages. But then I realized I do have so much unnecessary resistance to writing these morning pages, and I was curious as to see why. Girl, when I wake up in the morning, it's like my head, even if I'm like half asleep, my head is so clear, and I feel like I almost go through an awakening every morning when I do these morning pages. I feel like I figured out a lot of where my resistance is, at least when it comes to my art and my creative self, and the morning pages definitely help with that. So if you're doing the artist way like me and you feel like you're struggling with certain parts of it, there's a reason for that, and try to go more into why you may be doing that, because ever since I've been doing the morning pages, it's like this process has been a complete game changer.
These egg sandwiches. You just freeze them, put them in the microwave whenever you want them. And then I made some peppermint tea. One of the main struggles of commuting to work. Look at this. Drink number 1, drink number 2, gym bag with a change of clothes and shower stuff because I shower at the gym. Work bag with my laptop. And then downstairs I have my lunch box with obviously my lunch. A typical morning for me. It's a serious talk when this teacup comes out and I'm sitting in this corner. Something serious is about to happen, okay? So I'm gonna do my check-in now. This week focused on kind of healing your inner artist and going through the beginning stages of creative recovery. For 5 days this week, I did the morning pages. I woke up early at 5 o'clock in the morning, maybe a little bit later some days, and wrote in this journal. Now, the one reason why I decided to focus more on writing my morning pages instead of doing the other activities. The last time I did this, I never wrote the morning pages, and I constantly felt like I was missing that wow factor and that like deep spiritual feeling. I was actually watching a couple TikToks, and there was specifically this one TikToker who constantly said that she wasn't making the time to do the morning pages. And I read a comment, and in the comment they stated, well, usually the thing that you're most hesitant to do is the thing that will cause the most change for you. And it's changed my life, truthfully. When I wake up in the morning, I have so many feelings and emotions, and being able to just blurt that out onto a piece of paper has changed my life. I'm going to read some of my morning pages tidbits to you just to give you more of an idea of how this week has been going and how my morning pages have been reflecting my journey so far. There are parts of my brain I've been hiding from because they showed me the true versions of myself. I've been going through heartache and heartbreak and the grief of what I thought my life was going to be. And as I've been doing the artist way and doing these morning pages, I kind of realized that there were parts of me that I purposefully hid because it didn't reflect the path that I was going down at the time. Now that my path has completely changed and I'm going through this kind of metamorphosis during this heartbreak journey, now I have the opportunity to show those parts of me as I feel more comfortable again in my life and my skin and in who I am. Those versions are actually who I'm truly meant to be and not where I was going. As I was looking at those small trees, and I noticed the wiring that was going around the branches and seeing the process to help train the trees to look a certain way, to be a certain size. Sometimes they have to cut the roots off of it to stop it from growing too much and growing in a way that it's not meant to be. I feel like every day is so hard and so painful, and I feel like I'm training myself to be happy and to be a version of myself that I don't necessarily know. It kind of reminds me of those trees because, you know, right now they're literally wrapped around in wire and it's preventing them from growing, but it's preventing them from growing in a direction that they're not meant to go. And maybe that's the point I am at now. I'm so focused on growing and trying to be better that maybe I didn't realize that I was trying to go further along a path that wasn't meant for me. And one of the quotes that I wrote was, I focus too much on trying to be good that I fail at just trying to be me. We all are a part of, especially me, I'm a part of it too, of the productivity industry, how to be productive, how to do all these things, and how to be you, and how to be that girl, and how to be the best version of yourself. But how are you supposed to be a better version of something that you don't necessarily know? My life's completely different now. I'm not the same person. I'm not in the same relationship. I'm not surrounded by the same people. I don't even work the same job anymore. And I'm so focused on being a better version of an old version of myself that was going down a completely different path. And I'm not necessarily doing that anymore. I'm someone completely different. I morphed into someone who I could say that I actually love and I'm proud of. And maybe I should love her so much to the point where I don't force her to be something that she's not, and I help guide her through a path that she's meant to go down. I think my isolation after my heartbreak helped a lot with that. I even wrote it in one of my morning pages. I was failing to realize that one person not wanting my love didn't mean I didn't have love to give. I also realized that maybe the love I wanted wasn't the love I deserved. Looking at past relationships, specifically my recent heartbreak, it was filled with love that was not the love I deserved, just the love that I thought was good enough for me at the time. That version of Lexy at that time is no longer here with us. She's not in the room with us. She's not sitting in front of the camera talking to you. She's gone. So why am I forcing this version of me to be her? I want to go into how the morning pages helped me with one of the big tasks this week, which was focusing on your inner demon, or focusing on the negative voice inside your head. One specific negative voice that I had a lot of was telling me that I wasn't spending enough time on my art because I was spending more time at work. I started to realize, especially early in the morning, I was avoiding doing my art because I didn't have the energy to be bad at it before I had to go to work. I was just beating myself up about it. I was telling myself, oh, like, you have the time, you're just acting like you're tired, when in reality I'm tired. Like, I'm exhausted. Life is hard right now, but I kept on convincing myself that I was wrong for focusing on self-care and taking care of myself. It caused me to constantly tell myself, you're not good enough, you're not doing enough, this is why you're failing at this is why you're not good at this. I started to flip the switch. If I woke up an hour late, I woke up an hour late and still did my morning pages, and still edited my videos, and still wrote and planned YouTube videos, photo shoots, anything that I have planned. I was still able to do that with giving myself an hour extra of sleep. Instead of saying you're being lazy and you're not trying, I would say you're prioritizing self-care but still getting the job done. I had a lot of times this week where I would edit a video and I wouldn't make it as far as I thought I would, or I would fail at doing an edit that I had in my head. And that's one of the biggest struggles of being an artist, is sometimes it takes a while for your skill to match up with your imagination, and that's what I was struggling with a lot this week. But I was doing it at 5 o'clock in the morning before work. So it was a lot, and I would tell myself, you're not good enough, you're dumb for even wanting to do this idea, why are you even trying, just go to sleep and go to work. But my soul and my creativity goes beyond just working a 9 to 5 and coming home. Maybe I woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning and I failed at doing an edit that I wanted to do. I still woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning and I tried. I still took the time at 5 o'clock in the morning to focus on myself and focus on my craft outside of my job. My job isn't my life, and my artistic abilities are reflections of my soul. Some days my soul is drained and it's not capable of doing the 1,000,001 amazing things that fit in my head. That doesn't mean that my soul deserves to sit in a corner and collect dust and just work a 9 to 5 and then go home. So instead of telling myself, oh, like, I failed, I woke up this morning and still tried, woke up this morning and still worked on myself. I woke up this morning, period, and that was an accomplishment. And I focused a lot on doing that, flipping the switch and changing my perspective. Oh, and just to go into the artist date, because I know a lot of people like it, I did go to the botanical gardens. I wanted to go more into why I decided to go there. That place actually has bad memories for me. I even wrote it in my morning pages that I'm so disappointed in myself for allowing such a beautiful place to have such a negative connotation and have such a negative memory. So I wanted to change my perspective and rewrite the story because this is my life and I have the ability to do that. And I turned a beautiful place into a beautiful memory, and that was what my main focus was on. And I was able to do it, and I'm proud of myself for doing that. And it honestly kind of set the tone for how the rest of these next 12 weeks is gonna go. Next week I might crash out. This is my crashed out week of the artist way. I'm proud of myself for being able to set the tone really well for the first week, and I'm excited for how the next 12 weeks are gonna go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys on week 2. Bye, my lovelies.